my name is Morgan and I'm with Scenes in Color. Nice to meet you. And if it's okay, can we just dive right in?
Let's do it. I love your glasses, by the way. They're super dope.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Boston Blue, this series is it's a pretty entertaining and gritty crime drama. You play Jonah Silver, of course, a rookie cop who's from a multiracial and pretty prominent law enforcement family. So when you first received this script, what drew you to this role?
Um, I think, excuse me. First off, the name Jonah Silver is the coolest name I've ever heard in my life. It sounds like a super. I feel like I'm about to pop out Tom Selleck mustache, just like Magnum PI style. Like it's just super cool. Secondly, the stories. I read the first script and I immediately was hooked, and I liked that it was tackling a modern issue and handling it with care and thinking about it, especially when it comes to the lens of law enforcement, because I think it's very important to really think about these issues and not just go through the protocol. Obviously, Jonah is a lot more hot-headed, and he just kind of goes with his impulses and doesn't do the right thing. But I think it's cool that the show overall sets that tone, and we get to see it through a very traditional moral lens. There's a lot of faith and family. A lot of my family
Mhm.
members love the original show, and that excited me as well. They were telling me all about it and watched a couple episodes. I love Danny's character. I was like, that's how you do it. And my character is very similar to
Right,
that.
right.
Even if it's not the right thing all the time, I was like, okay, he's getting his get back for his dad. And yeah, it was just a really exciting role to get to play, especially coming off of a sitcom. Now I get to do, explosions and car chases and shootouts and just fun stuff. So yeah.
Yes, it's definitely action packed, and like you said, that family aspect is just an added layer to the entertainment. And
Uh-huh.
along with the Silvers, so we have another family in town now, the Reagans. We have Danny Reagan, who's played by Donnie Wahlberg, and of course his son Sean, who is Jonah's patrol partner. And I mean, you guys on screen is just so good. You have that brotherly banter, and you just kind of balance each other out. So, can you tell me a little bit about Jonah and Sean's relationship dynamic?
Yeah, I think it was from I've said this to a couple of people, but I saw me and Mika. We never and Mika plays Sean. We never did like a chemistry read or anything, but we tapped in as soon as we met. It was just like it was a match made in heaven. And it's funny because I felt like before I started the show, I was like, I don't really look like a cop. I don't know how I'm like this is gonna happen. They shaved my hair down and mustache is gone, so I feel like
Give you that look,
I look more like a I look like I'm about to JROTC or whatever. Like I'm
right? A
about
little
to
more
sign up.
stern.
Yeah, exactly. A little more stern. But I saw Mika's headshot and I was like, that guy looks like a cop. So I expected him to come in and be like super serious and everything, and he's just the goofiest, like most fun guy to be around. So we have a good time. Everything you see on screen is extremely real. I feel like they would keep the cameras rolling, and it would just pretty much just be Jonah and Sean still. So yeah, it's a great dynamic, and he makes going to work fun. So
Right. I love it. I love it. So, just like you all have that brotherly banter, of course, Sean and Jonah, we know now that Sean definitely has Jonah's back.
for
So,
real.
with everything surrounding the mystery now with the death of Ben Silver, which is Jonah's father, how do you think the Silver family will handle being in the spotlight, investigating on their own, as well as kind of watching Jonah, who's gone a little bit rogue now? Do you think he's learned his lesson?
I hope he's learned his lesson. I feel like he's still hot headed and he's still willing to just put himself out there for what he thinks is right, which, is too much. But I hope he's learned a bit of a lesson that, there's a way to handle things. And even if it is a family member, you got to go through the protocol because now
Mhm.
he's made the situation more difficult for his family than before, which obviously wasn't his intention, but it's the way that things worked out. So I'm hoping that he learned his lesson, but I don't know. I don't know. The guy's off the hinges sometimes.
Yes.
And I couldn't imagine being in May Silver's position or Sarah's, like having to investigate your own family member and go through things the right way. He's just created an entire headache for his family.
Right, definitely. And lastly, I'll leave you with this. Sonequa Martin Green plays Lena Silva, which is Jonah's big sister. And in this episode, you all deliver a powerful and emotional performance. Jonah is standing over a body with blood. He's shaking, and you can see in her eyes in that moment that she just wants to protect her little brother. I was about to scream, "Stop
Yeah.
talking" at the screen, myself. So, what has it been like just working with such a stellar ensemble?
It's been phenomenal. I couldn't be more thankful. I mean, Sanique was the best, the sweetest, most talented, and it feeds me as an actor. Just getting to be around this, and acting is very much listening and giving and taking, and it makes my job so much easier when I'm surrounded by people who are giving so much. So it's been a pleasure, and it's been a beautiful experience, and um, yeah, I've loved every second of it, and it's been so much fun. We're like playing tennis 24/7, just not actual
Mm-hmm.
tennis, but just in our
Sparring, yeah,
conversations.
on
Yeah,
screen.
sparring exactly. So it's beautiful.
And it's come across really well. And I just want to say, Jonah's storyline is just heating up, and we're excited, and we're all rooting for you. We've watched you transition and kind of grow up on screen. You're doing a phenomenal job. We're all going to get tuned into Boston Blue on CBS. Thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thank you, Morgan. I appreciate you.
Alrighty, y'all have a good one. Thanks.
All right.